As a forward back, how did you feel about the physical contest last weekend and how that went?
Yeah, I mean, a lot went well for us in the pack. Like our scrum dealt with theirs quite well. We know how destructive they can be as a scrummaging side. Like a lot of other French packs are big, heavy men, but I thought we dealt with that well. We mauled well. Our line out was working well for the most part, and yeah, it's obviously that's only part of the game, and it was, I suppose, our defense at times in our defense at times in the first half was something we could have took a lot of pride on, and then it was just a few momentum shifts in the second half that kind of let them get a rumble on then, and it made it really tough to come back from. But I think as forwards, like yeah, the set piece was working well for us, but around the park, I think there's definitely more in us.
Like after Ireland lose invariably, people say, oh, against France and South Africa in particular, they're not as powerful. I presume you think that's BS.
Sorry?
I presume you don't buy into that kind of narrative after games, that these nations are more powerful than Ireland.
No, I mean, just going through reviews and stuff, we were just watching, and I suppose the main thing that came out of it is just kind of we weren't ourselves on the day. Like it's a few small things, and that's the thing at this level. Like if you're a few percent off, teams of the caliber of France or any other team will exploit that. So yeah, look, like you obviously have to take your learnings from a defeat like that, but lucky thing is it wasn't our last game, so we've got something else to look forward to this week, which is a huge test over in Rome. So yeah, we can sit around and sulk all we want, but we've got another job to do next Saturday. So it's Saturday, isn't it? Yeah.
Cheers. Oh.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you obviously play mostly 70 minutes a game. Do you notice the difference, like the way we talk about when a bomb squad comes on, between it's only 5 forwards or 7 forwards?
Not really. Like I try not to pay much attention to it. I just try to play my own game and not really worry about the opposition or who they're bringing on, or like I'll have one or two players that I obviously have to have to do my homework on in the front row and stuff. But to me, it's just like you've seen how much it can blow up for some teams, and some teams they come out on the winning side of it, and it works for them. But yeah, I wouldn't be paying much personal close attention to it now.
Yeah, but like, I mean, when they come on, like, do you feel they're much fresher? Like, there's a big difference between 5 and 7.
Well, like it obviously depends on the game, really. Like it's France just built a lot of great momentum when they did come on, but if you, I know you're thinking you're looking back here in hindsight, but like it can swing the other way, and if you're on top and momentum's against you, it's tough to get into the game then if you're coming onto the field then. So yeah, look, it's just yeah, they played the better rugby on the day, and yeah, it's just something we'll have to learn from.
Is it easy to move on from that? Because it's a long time since that's happened to you with anything.
Yeah, it's obviously not easy moving on from a game like that where we've obviously every home game for us is incredibly special, but I suppose that's the nature of professional sport. Like you have to you can't dwell on the past too much. You always have to take your learnings and look at the mistakes and everything regarding that. But like we're saying to Murray, like it was like you've got another huge test this week. We've got Italy in their home patch, an incredibly proud team, and yeah, that's all we can do is get ready for that now.
Just on that, Andrew, you don't lose at home often. You definitely don't lose at home to a scoreline like that. Like, how much does it dent pride?
I wouldn't say it dents pride at all, really. Like I think it's obviously we're disappointed in ourselves with the scoreline, but it was just a few small mistakes on the day, really. Like it's we're not going to let something like that shake us. We know exactly who we are as players and as a team, as a collective. So we know exactly what we can do. It's just didn't click for us on Saturday there. So like we've done our reviews and looked through what we can fix up for this weekend. So, but no, I wouldn't say it wouldn't knock our pride or it's kind of emboldened us to keep going out and put out the rugby we know we can play.
And just on that, then, I mean, there is still a chance you could win the title.
Exactly, like that's what the most exciting thing is. We're not done. We're not out of the competition completely yet. So it's everything to play for this weekend, and that's why we have to take our learnings, but we have to move on so quickly. Like we have to start preparing for this huge test coming up this weekend. So we can't dwell too much on what happened on Saturday, but yeah, because obviously Italy have their own threats, and they're obviously a great outfit as well, and they're a great team at home. Barring that the French game, but like every time we played them over there, it's always been a fairly tough battle.
You're going up first. Is that a good thing? Do you think the way everything has fallen, get out and sort of lay down a marker for what's to come later today, the other games?
Yeah, like I don't think we'll be thinking about that at all. Like I think we'll just be looking to get out there and do what we know we can do, and that's leave a mark on this competition and put in a performance we can be proud of as players.
Sorry, there.
Sorry, just to kind of follow on from that point, the psychological aspect of it, you're professional athletes, but if you go out and do your job on Saturday, even for those other teams, how, like, when you've been in that situation, what's it like when somebody else has got the job done and you have to kind of back it up? Do you want to put them in a comfortable position for the rest of the day and try to catch you guys?
Yeah, definitely. But I think that comes from putting out our best performance. That comes from getting all our preparation right this week. That comes from each and every day in the lead up to it. That like, but if we're blocking out all the sideshow and everything like that, and the other games, when we're at our best, we're near unstoppable. So it's so that's all we're looking to do. We're not going to be looking too much into what's happening around us with the other games. All we're going to be looking to be doing is put ourselves in the best position for when those games do come around.
And does it make your the kind of mindset, having come off at a defeat, and you guys have won so much as a team and carried yourselves so much as a team, you just want to kind of park the French game and kind of put it right? Is that the mentality? Is there a point in the week where you say, right, that game's over, it's done, it's gone, we've reviewed it, we've looked at it, we've looked at the good parts, we've looked at the bad parts, it's a complete different task now?
Exactly. Yeah, you have to park what's going on Saturday, because there's another new challenge coming up this week, and it's going to come around so fast as well. So it's can't really be sitting on your laurels too much on dwelling on what's transpired, and all we can do now is just, obviously I keep saying it, but all we can do is just focus on the next thing, and we'll have a look at a few clips of what we could have done better on Saturday, and use that to our advantage this week.
Derek?
Andrew, just with your Leinster hat on, and you're not quite central casting.
Wearing an Ireland hat.
Yeah, well, you're not quite central casting in the Leinster mode, but could you just tell us your thoughts on Peter O'Mahony? Was he this big bad red Munster beast that you'd heard of, or thought he was when you were in school, or just a quick line, if you like, on how you found the real Peter O'Mahony to be?
Yeah, I suppose I was watching Pete, like, from when I was still in school. I always thought him as King Munster. Like he was their talisman. Still is now, in fairness. But I always just admired his energy and his passion for the game. Really, like his I suppose his psychological edge that he brings to his game and to his teammates as well. I think when you have a player like that in your team, you nearly feel like you're playing with an extra man. So it's and that's been true even when I've come into this setup and got to play with Pete. I've had the privilege of playing with him, and yeah, like he is that, like, it's special. He has that aura about him when he steps onto the field, and and even off the field as well. Like he's a great bloke off it as well. So it's like it's been an honour to get to share the field with him and share the dressing room with him, and yeah, we can.
You get to room with him often?
No, he wouldn't want to room with me. No. Terrible snorer. Pete is, not me.
All right.
Shane.
Andrew, hi.
Right.
Does it come naturally to you, Andrew, to be as focused and as upbeat as you are today, or is it part of the job? Like in your heart, is it part of you still thinking about Saturday and frustrated by that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these press conferences, it can feel a bit robotic sometimes, but yeah, like you'd be lying to yourself if you said you weren't still thinking of that game. Like there's parts of it in the game that sit out for me, and I'm sure other lads would be the same. But like it's just the nature of the beast, really, and that's what professional rugby is. It's you have ups and downs. It can't all be swings and roundabouts. But yeah, like I suppose it's the privilege of being in this position is that we get to go and play this weekend and right a few wrongs. But yeah, like I mean, it is obviously tricky coming off a loss like that. But what can you do? But get back up on the horse and keep going.
And last question, Kieran.
Were you disappointed that Fabian Galtier came out publicly and said transfer them to prepare yourself and Ty Burns to the side position?
Not really. Like he can say what he wants. He can see how far it gets him. But no, I wasn't really disappointed. Like I knew what I did. I didn't go out trying to injure anyone or that's not the type of player I am. But if he wants to think that, that's up to him. Like I even sent Antoine a message on Instagram just to see how he was after the game, and so yeah, obviously you never want to see someone going off the pitch like that, but yeah, to have the head coach kind of call over your head is I think it's a bit much from him now, to be fair. But look, I suppose he's such a pivotal player for them that they nearly just don't want him to be touched at all. So, but yeah, look, he's entitled to his opinion, but I know I haven't done anything wrong there, so I'll sleep well at night.
Just on that, just for the record, you have your own side of the story, like so we can put it out there. Like what was your view of the incident? Like, when you see that people, you know.
Well, it was a rugby incident.
Yeah.
Like it was, like you can barely remember exactly what it was. I think it was in a ruck or something, and his leg got trapped in between a ruck when he was trying to counter it, and obviously just got trapped and went over it wrong. And but yeah, look, that's rugby. Like that's what happens. Like I don't think anyone was calling for like Dan Levy's or anyone to cite when Dan Levy did his knee a few years ago, and which resulted in him having to finish his career early. So I don't think there's anyone like it happens so much in this sport, and that's just the nature of it. Like injuries happen, and that was a rugby injury. There's no malicious intent surrounding it at all. So I think it's just obviously unfortunate and unlucky, but it's just what happens.